Alrighty then. So it's Friday, and there's quite a lot of activity.
God, it's Friday.
It is.
And I go rock, I'm like my body.
So it's interesting you should use that line. It's a line that a lot of hype men use during club nights, and even hype men go for parties now, weddings now. If you don't have a hype man at a wedding, it's like the wedding hasn't started.
I'm going to ask that question. Is an alaga not a hype? An alaga is a hype person.
Yeah, of course. That's like the original hype person.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
So, with the alaga is the MC, right? Or can you have an MC and then you have the alaga to come and hype also?
Most of these events have all the above. Okay. They have the alaga. They have the alaga, the two sides. I think there's iduro and alaga joko.
From both
so
sides.
There's one that receives and one that is visiting, right? Okay. And then you also have the MC, because there are different aspects of the event.
Yeah.
But then now, after the MC is done, during all the games during the wedding, the hype man comes about.
All right.
And online, we've noticed that a particular person who's very well known for being one of the best hype men Africa has to offer, in my opinion, Do2tun Kayode. He's released quite a few stunning, shocking words on his page.
On social media, yeah?
On social media.
So for 2 days now, he's been really going on. I have been reading some of it, but maybe if you don't know maybe the genesis, it might be hard to pick up. And it was a little bit hard for me to pick up. I don't know if you know any bit of like how the genesis and all of that.
Okay, so Do2tun is one of the most loved MCs, hype men out there. But not a lot of people know that, he's an on-air personality, and he also got married to someone who wasn't a stranger to the industry, because he married Dbanj's sister.
Okay.
And yeah, the Oyebanjo's very, very powerful family in Lagos have been known to be, well-to-do, they, highly educated children, etc., etc. So everybody assumed this union was going to make a lot of sense. Yeah. But then, in my opinion, from the beginning, there was just, I don't know, a lot of issues popping up. But social media wasn't really the place to put all this information back then.
Back then, yeah.
It's more common now. And apparently there's been a major back and forth between them over
when it comes to custody of kids or having kids and all of that.
Yes.
You see, people talk about how, because I saw him put up a post about how people are telling him to take his stuff off social media. You have to understand that social media has become an agent of execution, an agent of change, an agent of action in society, as it were. I mean, we've seen help being rendered via social media.
Yeah, definitely.
We've seen things happen through social media. So when people are bringing out something on social media, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're looking for attention, as it were. Some people are using it as a cry for help, and for that reason alone, even if it's only for that reason, you cannot tell somebody what to do and what not to do on social media.
Especially when something is definitely hurting someone. Now, a lot of people have stayed in their emotions, in their feelings, and it's been affecting their mental health for years.
Bam.
So now, yes, it's not advisable to put it on social media, but if that is the journal that they can use, if that is the means they can use to express themselves, you can't really call them out on that. Now, his whole life is on social media, really. All his activities, all his events. But he hasn't really put his family out there as much as this in the past. He's been known to speak up for people.
So now the point now is there's a custody battle, and he has been dropping receipts and all of that. And I want we might not have all the details yet. Hopefully it's in a court of law and all of that. But I'll say something which he mentioned. Look, according to him, he does his best to take care of his kids. He pays for their fees and also sends money for their upkeep. And that's the problem with a number of deadbeat fathers in this day and age I've seen. When they separate, you find out that fathers tend to now leave the load and the stress on the mother of the kid, or the kids, as it were. And it is reprehensible. When I think about it, it is unimaginable. How do you not, they are your blood. How do you, in quotes, punish the kids because of their mother? Maybe the separation issues you've had. You now take it out on the kids. You don't take care of them, even when you have the ability to.
Yeah.
That is That is disgusting behavior, and you're a terrible person if you do that.
So there's so many stories out there. There are always two sides to every story. There were some, I think there was some information put out in the press from the Oyebanjos, alleging that Do2tun went to their house in some sort of way.
Beats them up. Or
so the truth is, nobody truly has visual evidence of what happened or what didn't happen.
No, but
he
put up some receipts according to him of the day he went there.
Yes, so
and there was nothing of that sort. Hopefully the law takes
in the videos, in the evidence he provided. Yes.
I would want to say, what I would want to say is this. Look, people need to learn. The world is going to a stage where there are a lot of separations. I mean, look at Will Smith and Jada the other day, talking about how they've been separated since 2016. But they put up a good front, even as much as we know that they put up their things on social media. The kids, in quote, we don't see them suffering, as it were. The kids are,
Mike, call back. Wait, have you seen pictures of Jaden Smith of recent?
Yeah, the guy stepped
picture. No, but the thing is,
there
is suffering of, they don't have a meal to eat, and there is neglect in parenting.
Okay, so remember when the slap?
There's a lot of things they could have done better.
Definitely. What I'm saying is that people are learning to take care of kids or take care of the family in spite of separations and divorce. People are learning to keep a close unit. I've seen situations where there was this picture we saw where a little girl was at maybe some sort of sporting event in school. And then she had her mom, her dad, who were separated, and each of them had gotten married. And they came with the stepmom and stepdad, and all four of them were there.
Wow.
That is, families are, it might not be optimal for everybody, but it is what it is. People are learning to move forward, to adapt, to stay together, and also in spite of all of the separation and divorce, as it were. So, we need to take a leaf from that.
At this point, honestly, it's all about the kids, really, and hoping that maturity is infused into everything that happens from now on. We wish both of them well, and wherever they find themselves, may they find joy in parenting those kids. All right, then, guys, we'd love to hear your opinion on what we're talking about today. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know.
Yep, we'll take a time out now. Stay with us. We'll be back in a bit.